What is going on, guys? Joey Suggs here. Welcome to a new video. It's been a little while since I posted, and I've been, very busy, and I haven't been very busy getting any groceries. This is extremely embarrassing to show, but this is my true fridge right now. Like, that is so sad. Amongst from some sauces that probably some of them are expired, there's nothing in here. I mean, hummus, expired bacon, couple protein bars, but more or less, it's completely empty. So where I'm going with this is I have to go to the grocery store, and I figured what better way to show you guys exactly what I'm picking up to not only stay on track, but I'm actually slowly cutting a little bit as well right now. So I'm gonna not only show you everything that I get at the grocery store to maintain that cut and still have the muscle mass and still build a little bit of muscle, but I'm also gonna show you some of the recipes that I've been using to eat consistently throughout the day and make sure I'm full, satiated, and building muscle. So if you guys do me a favor right now, it's been a little while, I've been gone for a little time on YouTube. Please, this will help out a ton if you just press the thumbs up button. I promise you're gonna get at least one, maybe like 10 fun facts and good ideas out of this video, so that should be helpful. Press the thumbs up button now, and let's go to the grocery store and get some groceries. All right, it is a cold, rainy day here in Jacksonville, but we're gonna head into my local Publix and pick up some essentials for the week. All right, and since we're focusing on essentials, chicken happens to be BOGO, so I guess I'm going to get 2 of these. It happens to also be on sale, but also one of my favorite meats, and it's these really lean cut pork chops, very, very good, like on the grill or something. For red meat, I've really been enjoying this 96.4 lean ground beef. I'm actually gonna get 2 of them and make both pounds together, have that as like a meal prep. And to top off our red meat, I'm gonna also get some little small fillets, but I feel like will be pretty good. All right, now we can stick with the normal aisles, and I am gonna grab some fat-free feta cheese for salads and things like that. Always nice to have some turkey pepperonis on hand. I like them in sandwiches and sometimes in my eggs. Now, these are relatively new from what I've seen. I found them at Costco, but they're actually really good. They're chicken beef jerky sticks kind of, and the flavor is very tasty. And I'll grab some of my all-time favorite snack, which is beef jerky. I know a lot of like healthy people say never to eat sliced deli meat like this, but I enjoy it and it's super easy. Now, I think I did have some of this in my fridge, but I'm sure it's already stale, so I'm gonna buy another one. And this is actually really nice, 30 calories per slice, and it actually tastes really good in the microwave too. I'm gonna grab some more carb counter tortillas. I use them for tortillas and for like sandwich wraps, both good options. Now, these are pretty expensive right now, 2 for $9, but I do like having a couple of these just sitting around the house, just for like protein cereal and things like that. And I don't drink these very often, but I'll grab a couple Gatorade Zeros just to have stocked in the fridge for whenever I may need them. Pasta sauce is one of the things that I actually do have, but this brand is really good. 45 calories for a half a cup is awesome for marinara sauce. And I know this is very lazy too, but I do really enjoy the bagged pasta. It's just so easy, simple, and it's already pre-portioned. But I'm not gonna get any of the bagged rice. I have actually found a better solution that is healthier and that I like better too somewhere else in the store. Also, no boxed potatoes, but I have still been eating this and still really enjoying it. I just have some at home. 2 things I'm weirdly out of right now is pink salt and pepper for my grinders, so I'm gonna pick up some of that. Also gonna skip on all the sauces. That's like the only thing I have right now in my fridge. So one thing I have been trying to do is use less of these egg whites, even though I know they're like super high protein and high volume for low calories. But I've been enjoying having just normal eggs recently. So I'm trying to get a little more actual eggs in my diet. So I'm gonna get 2 12 packs of eggs. This just happened to work out perfectly. Dannon Light and Fit, or I'm sorry, 000 is BOGO, so I'm gonna get that. Really nice for breakfast or dessert. I have also been back on my protein oatmeal grind, so I'm gonna grab some old-fashioned oats. These little Nature's Bakery fig bars, had them at Costco first. Now they brought them out into actual stores, and they're actually really good little snacks. Right around 200 calories each, and they are tasty. All right, now another one that I know is kind of lazy, but I've been really enjoying the roasted nuggets from Just Bare. The macros are really good, 110 calories, 19 grams of protein, and I actually mix them like half and half with either the normal or the spicy ones, but a really, really good combo. Now, it has literally been probably months since I've had fresh milk in my house, so I'm really excited to get some Fairlife fat-free milk. All right, so I have been enjoying getting like one or two kind of off the beaten path unhealthy things, and these late July nacho cheese chips are I swear, better than Doritos. And then on a not so unhealthy note, the lesser evil popcorn, 40 calories per cup, and it is very good. Also, my grocery store has a really good like supply of energy drinks, so I'm probably gonna stock up for at least a week on that. All right, into some veggies, and I'm gonna keep it very basic because I haven't been eating a lot of fresh veggies recently, but I'm gonna get some broccoli slaw, which is always good, and I'm gonna get some green beans, because these are really simple to make as well. And lastly, a salad kit's BOGO, so I might as well do that, and at least then I have them just kind of sitting around when I need them. So apples tend to be like one of my favorite fruits. I normally go Cosmic Crisp or Honey Crisp, but they also have something called an Autumn Glory, so I think I'm gonna try a couple of these too. For carb sources, potatoes tend to be like my favorite. I think what I'm gonna do is get a 1 pack of these like little mini honey gold potatoes, that'll be good, and then a couple of just normal sweet potatoes. These take a little while to cook up, but they are like one of my favorites. Actually, I just saw this steamable sweet potatoes, like 4 small sweet potatoes in here, and you just cook them in the bag. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this out. I've never tried it before. I am still eating rice cakes all the time, so definitely gonna grab these as a nice little snack carb source. And for whatever reason, the produce is by like all the protein snacks. So I'm gonna try a couple of these things out. I've never had the Built Puff cookie dough bar. I feel like it's probably pretty good. I have actually had these pretzels and they are good. Same goes for the legendary chips, the wild chips, and actually these Quest muffins are really good too, but I don't want a whole box of them, unfortunately. All right, now the cart is filling up, but we're in the frozen section now, and I do like a couple things in here. One of them being, as boring as it is, just the plain mixed vegetables. Goes with everything, super simple. Now, if I want to spice it up a little bit, I'll get, say, the California blend with broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots. And we want to get really crazy, we do one of the Path of Life blends. Really enjoy these because of how quick and simple they are, and they're just very good. But most importantly, I've really enjoyed the steam in bag rice. It's definitely a different kind of rice. It's brown rice, not white, but it's super, super clean. There's no oils, nothing in it at all, just frozen rice, and that is really nice. I also enjoy having peppers around. Throw them on the grill, they cook up perfectly. And the last thing I'm gonna grab are these little Outshine frozen bars. It's only 40 calories per bar, and they are so freaking delicious as like a little late night snack. And here we go, a very, very full cart. I did get some Dr. Pepper Zero as well. And let's see how much all this is gonna cost us. All right, people, here we are. This is not everything, but it's like one of most things. Pretty freaking big haul for a essentials haul, to say the least, but I did need to stock up for sure. So here it is. The total cost of everything, $349. So let's round up to $350. $350. How long do I think this is gonna last me? Maybe 2 to 3 weeks is what I'm thinking. Maybe a couple like intermediate stops at the grocery store in between, but all around still cheaper than eating out for every single meal. That is for sure. So next steps, I'm going to put everything away that still needs to be put away. And then we can hop into some fun, new, enjoyable, kind of meal preppy recipes that I've been using quite frequently. All right, people, everything put away. And now we can get to the second part of the video, and that's showing you some of the recipes that I enjoy using with the things that we got at the store. First one, so simple. I'm gonna have it for dinner tonight, and I have this quite often and kind of meal prep it for like a couple meals as well, because it's just that easy. First thing we'll do is grab one of our pounds of ground beef, and this can go into the pan and start getting browned up. And I like to just hit it with a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Now, as that is cooking up, I'm gonna add the entire bag of broccoli slaw, into the pan and let that get sauteed as well. All right, and whenever I put this in, I realize I normally do 2 pounds of whatever meat I'm using. So I cooked that other pound of lean ground beef, and we're just gonna go ahead and put it in there as well. And the last ingredient in this is going to be that frozen brown rice. So you don't have to do the whole bag. I probably will just because I'm trying to portion everything out right. But simply dump it in, mix it around, and then I like to just put a lid on it, cover it, and let that cook up for just a few minutes together. All said and done, here is one huge pan of a incredible little meal prep dinner or lunch. So I'm gonna split this up in about 3 roughly servings, and that makes for a pretty good sized bowl for dinner tonight. And for tonight, I'm gonna top mine with just a little bit of the fat-free feta crumbles that we got at the store. And I feel like this might be kind of weird, but I'm gonna do creamy Caesar over top as a dressing and just a little bit of buffalo. Don't ask me why I'm doing this at all. All right, and a quick mix together. And this is dinner for tonight and probably for a couple nights this week. Yeah, that is honestly delicious. So simple. Am I sure Caesar was the right thing to put on here? No, I don't know if that's the right vibe for this. But regardless, we're gonna have it that way tonight. And like I said, literally 3 ingredients, super simple to make, 1 pan recipe. And it ended up being like a really good balanced recipe as well. I just put everything in the entire pan, literally the entire pan. So 3 meals came out to 1,400 calories. So that means each meal is gonna be a little less than 500 calories and a total of around 200 grams of protein. So right around that like 60 to 70 mark, especially when you add in the cheese and the sauce, stuff like that, add a little more calories, add a little more protein. But I think that's a really good spot for someone who's trying to like maintain and cut just a little bit. A meal like this goes a really long way. So recipe 1 down, we got a couple more things to try out and a couple recipes to make. Up next, I wanna try some of the protein items that I did get at the grocery store today. But first, let's just take a look at this fit right now. You may be thinking this is some sort of like $150 shirt. It's actually part of TLF's new drop. They dropped some flannels, this hat actually as well, that looks badass. I love the color scheme on it. And let me tell you, the quality on this is absolutely insane. The fit is awesome. And there's a ton more like streetwear stuff that just dropped on TLF. It's some of my favorite stuff that has dropped ever. I really enjoy it for not only like going to the gym, but also afterwards going out, things like that. And it's still during that like winter sale, so everything's gonna be on sale right now. And you use my discount code to get, I think, 20% off, which is incredible. So make sure you do that. Link down below. The code is TLF-Suggs. Like I said, some of my favorite stuff to launch yet. Let me just show you real quick. Another new drop is this long sleeve collared shirt. Look at that little logo right there. And just like a really nice old school design. So check that out, like I said, in the link down below. Now to try out some things tonight, let's go with these legendary chips. We'll put them up against the wild chips. I do wanna try these new Built bars. We'll talk about the chicken sticks. And I'll talk about this brownie that I didn't get at the grocery store, but am so impressed with. All right, we'll work back to front. First things first, this brownie right here, go ahead and read that. That says 100 calories and 10 grams of protein. No added sugar, gluten-free, but that right there, the macros are insane. And when I show you the size of this, it beats out the size and volume of like every other protein brownie, but for literally like half the calories. Really good size. You can tell it's kind of like fudgy. By the way, this is from Legion Snacks. Like I said, didn't get it from the grocery store, but they sent me a box. This is not sponsored whatsoever. I don't have any affiliation with them, but they sent me a box. I was so impressed. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, let me see if I open this up. The moisture level in there is so good. The consistency is actually like a real brownie. And the flavor is like thick and fudgy, which is awesome. Like thick, like I need a glass of milk type thick. Like I said, it's not sponsored at all. I will leave the website down there if you do want to check it out. Right now, they're kind of releasing in batches as they grow. But like I said, very impressed with this first product from them. Then up next, these chicken sticks. These I actually originally found at Costco. My Publix just started carrying them for whatever reason. but I, once again, have been very, very impressed with the flavor and the calories and macros. 60 calories per stick. Some of them actually have 50 depending on the flavor that you get. And 6 grams of protein, a decent sized stick. I know they're chicken and like you would technically like prefer beef. Let me tell you, you actually wouldn't. These are really, really good. The chicken stick is not at all dry. It has a really good texture, consistency. And for like a quick snack, I feel like normally these sticks are like anywhere from like 80 to 120 calories. So getting them at 60 or even 50 is awesome. So I definitely do recommend those. Now on something that I haven't had before, but I've had the brand before, and that is the Built Puff Bars. This one is a cookie dough flavor. I believe it's 160 calories with 15 grams of protein. But let's see how the cookie dough differs from the rest of them. There's 2 little bumps of cookie dough on there. I'm assuming that's it. The cookie dough is very good. That is like the cookie dough that you get in like a Blizzard or like in the bags at the movie theater or whatever. It's the exact same cookie dough. Now the protein bar itself has a little bit of like birthday cake flavor, but the same consistency and a very similar flavor to like their normal vanilla or coconut, I think is the other puff bar. So pretty much, I guess it's just a normal protein bar with a couple pieces of cookie dough on there. But that is kind of fun. I don't know if it's technically worth it for the added calories for me, but it is kind of nice that they're trying new things. And then I think I might have done this comparison before, but I don't remember, and it probably wasn't with these 2 flavors. So we're gonna compare the wild chips to the legendary protein chips. Big difference here. This bag right here has 150 calories, 20 grams of protein. And this bag right here has 210 calories with 13 grams of protein. I'm gonna tell you which one I would prefer already. It's this one. But let's go ahead, open them up, give them a try. Start with the legendary chips. What flavor is this? Barbecue. Here's how the chip looks. I thought it was gonna be like a Dorito, but it definitely is not that texture. Almost identical texture to a pork rind. That's the most like this texture-wise that I can come up with. The flavor is really good. I mean, I think at this point, all the chip manufacturers have figured out how to make flavor taste good no matter where it's at. And I think for those calories and macros, it's gonna be hard for these wild chips to beat them. And this is definitely a very different style of a chip. This is a thin, probably pretty crispy chip. And that is exactly what it tastes like. A thin, crispy chip. Definitely can tell it's not fried in any way. There's no like oiliness to it. The buffalo flavor is pretty good though, I will say that. I believe the chip is actually made of, yeah, it's made out of chicken breast. So very crispy, doesn't taste like chicken at all, but it's very crispy and it's also pretty freaking good. I think if you're in a pinch, these will be fine. If I have the option between the 2 of them, probably still go with these because of the flavor and the volume and the consistency. These are a really, really good option in my opinion. So all 5 of those things I would definitely recommend and get again. So that is always nice when you're looking for new high protein snacks. But now on to the next recipe. All right, people, I just got done with a workout and for dinner tonight, I want to make those fillets with a couple of things that we also got at the grocery store. So here's what I got going. We have the oven preheated to 400 degrees. Steaks have been laid out. I know they're a little brown. They've been sitting for a couple days. But I'm gonna go ahead and start by making these potatoes right here. Typically, I would make these in the air fryer, but I'm gonna try and switch things up today. Now, the goal is to make some smashed potatoes. So I'm just gonna cut all of these in half, and that should be the right size for them to cook pretty evenly. And now that looks pretty good. These can go in the oven at 400 for, let's say, about 10 minutes. Now, I said I normally cook those in the air fryer, but I'm not tonight because I want to try and make these green beans in the air fryer instead. I guess I could literally make them in the microwave as the bag says, but they'll probably be better in the air fryer anyways. So I'm literally just going to dump the whole bag in. I'll put some Creole seasoning on it. Just kind of sprinkle that around. And I'm gonna cook this on the veggie setting, but probably add a few minutes to that. And I can go ahead and put these steaks in over like a medium to high heat pan. All right, about 8 minutes done in there, and this turned out perfect. I don't know why I said 10 minutes for the potatoes. They are not even close to being ready to being done. And the steaks have browned up very nicely and are ready to cool off. All right, and after about 20 minutes now, I do believe the potatoes are done, if not very close to being done. All right, I now have everything plated. The last thing I want to do is just give these potatoes each a little smash. Hit it with a little bit of salt and pepper. And if I had sour cream, I'd use it, but I don't, so I'm gonna use just a little bit of this. I can't believe it's not butter light to melt over top. All right, now there's no getting around this. This meal looks absolutely delicious. Let's start by trying each thing out. I'll be honest, I already tried the steak. It's incredible. You can kind of tell the char that it got over top, but what you can't tell is how tender this steak is to eat. Yeah, I mean, that is phenomenal. It has a great crisp, really good flavor, but the tenderness of those fillets, like I said, so incredibly hard to beat. Now, for the green beans, I wasn't very impressed with how they look coming out of the air fryer. They kind of got shriveled up and just like not super appetizing looking, but after trying them, actually not bad. The outside is a little dry and hard, but the inside is still like nice and tasty. The seasoning worked on there very well. And all around for a quick option of cooking them for like whatever, 8 minutes and just in the air fryer, not a bad option at all. And to finish things off, we'll go with this smashed potato. Hopefully it does not fall off. I have a feeling it's gonna be pretty good though. Yeah, I love these little mini potatoes. Whether you cook them in the air fryer or in the pan, doesn't really matter. By the way, that 15 or 20 minutes that did take, they are cooked perfectly. And you'll see whenever I show the calories and macros of this, but the volume that you get for these and the calories are so nice. I don't know why this specific kind, I think it's a honey gold or something like that. They tend to give you a lot of volume for the calories. So if you're looking for something like that, these are a really good option. And like I mentioned, when we pop into the calories and macros of this specific meal right here, right around 500 calories. That's a really good size for someone who wants a little bit of a cut, but maintaining a high protein diet with a little bit of volume in there. And speaking of high protein, it is 56 grams of protein, not insane, but a very well balanced meals with some healthy fats in there and things like that. Also, what's nice is I have probably 2 more meals out of the potatoes, 1 more meal out of the steak and green beans. So that is very pleasant and all around pretty simple meal and a very tasty, pretty voluminous, low calorie with decent amount of protein meal for dinner tonight. And I think this is actually gonna wrap up the video because there's been quite a few things in here. I don't wanna run too long. I wanna keep you waiting just a little longer until the next video, which will be coming very shortly. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Don't miss a video, and I will be seeing you in the next video very soon.
This the anthem. If you rockin' with it, put your hands up. Yeah.